It's like a cosmic tour. I found stardust scattered on my floor.
Greetings everyone, welcome to the June news. There's quite a lot of fairs to go through now, so what we're going to do is I'm going to read through these, and here you'll see the flyers or posters for each of the fairs. From those you can get better locations, postcodes, times and exact locations. So as I say, there's a lot of these, so June is obviously a good month for fairs. Right, between the 6th and the 7th of June, you have the 2025 Austin Postcard and Paper Show. This is a US fair. This is the only US fair I've got details of at the moment. This is in Texas, as you can see details here on the flyer. On the 7th of June in the UK, you've got the Bristol Fair. Again, details here. Then on the 8th of June, you have the Wirral Postcard and Local History Fair. Now it's quite nice to see postcards and local history being joined together, because there's a real connection between the two. A lot of people that are interested in local history are interested in postcards which depict how their village, town, city, county used to look. I collect postcards in my own area, so as I say, it's quite nice to see the combination of the two, and they do go together particularly well. On the 14th of June, you've got a choice. You can go to the Canterbury Postcard Fair, or if you're perhaps in the London area more, you could go to the West London Postcard Fair. Again, when it comes to these flyers, if you want more details, just pause the vlog, and then you'll obviously be able to get the details round. On the 15th of June, you've got the Federation of South Wales Philatelic Society's 52nd Annual Convention and Fair. Now, let's have a look, see exactly where this one is. As I say, I've obviously picked up a lot of flyers when I was at the Woking Fair, so it's nice to be able to get the details from these type of things. Right, North Cornwall Bridge End. So that's where you need to have a look. As I say, the details are here. Have a look on that one. On the 21st of June, we've got the Weedon Stamp and Postcard Fair. This is actually a new fair for 2025, or a new location for fairs for this year. So that's one if you're in that area to have a look at. Also on the 21st of June, you've got the Baz Rock Postcard and Stamp Fair, which is in St Andrew Blackadder Church Hall, North Berwick. So there's a TV connected name, Blackadder. Again, details on the flyer. 28th of June, you've got the Red Rose Postcard Club, which is in the Barton Village Hall near Preston. Also on the 28th, one that I have been to in the past, which is a particularly good postcard fair, is the Shoreham Postcard Fair. The flyers here, and this flyer, as with many of them, will also give you future dates for your diaries if you want to pause and put those details down. Now I've got a small number of fairs on the list here, and they're for June and July, but they're from the AMP fairs, and they all appear on the same flyer. So I'll go through these quite quickly, because obviously you can get the details from there. You've got the 4th of June, Cirencester. You've got the 17th of June at Nottingham. Now this is not the Reflections of a Bygone Age fair, which is the one that I go to and I'm well versed in, but this one I don't know much about, so I'd be interested to hear from anyone who does attend that one. 25th of June at Birmingham. 5th of July at Powick, P-O-W-I-C-K. Perhaps you can, someone can let me know how to pronounce that one properly. 6th of July, Newcastle under Lyme, and then the 12th of July at Northampton. As I say, all of these dates are on the one flyer here, which is why I've grouped those together for announcement there. Some of those, 3 of those are obviously in July, and we have a few more July dates here. I'm going to go through these quite quickly, show you the flyers. They will be mentioned again and be detailed a little bit better in the July news, so watch out for that one. You've got the 12th of July, the Margate Collectors Fair. Also on the 12th of July, you've got the Caldecott Monmouthshire Collectables Fair with Postcards. The next day, the 13th of July, is the Surrey Vintage Card Fairs. Now, this one's not postcards. This one is for cigarette and trade cards. But these fairs are always worth checking out. And when you go to different fairs, you find stuff that perhaps you may not have been aware of. And postcards have been issued as trade cards and other bits and pieces. And also, if you collect a certain theme, you can find postcard size trade cards, which is always worth having a look for. And if you can find those, this is the place where you're going to be able to do so. But here's the flyer for that. You can see it's quite a colourful one, and there's a lot of information there. On the 16th of July, the auction house Warwick and Warwick have a large selection of both British and foreign postcards being auctioned up. Details here, worth trying to get hold of a catalogue. If you collect older postcards, and this is older postcards, golden age, in that sort of era, have a look, get hold of the catalogue and see if there's anything there that might be of interest to you. 19th of July is the Long Melford Book Fair, including postcards. We have vlogged about the Long Melford Book Fair, and you'll see if you go back and have a look at those. I'll try and get Joe to put a link in the comments, and you can see that postcards were well represented. It's well worth a look. Actually, the 19th of July, you've got quite a choice. You've got the Long Melford Book Fair, you've got the Durham Postcard and Stamp Fair, and you've also got the Vectis Postcard Club Postcard Fair. Now, the Vectis Postcard Club is actually on the Isle of Wight, and the fair itself is at Ryde on the Isle of Wight, as you can see from the flyer. And lastly for July, you've got the 26th of July, which is the Exeter Fair. Now, going to very quickly go through some future dates for your diaries. Now, I'm going to go through these a little bit fast, but flyers are here again. Always pause and you can have a look and get hold of the details. And again, most of these will crop up in future news vlogs as well. So you've got the 6th to the 7th of August is the North of England Summer Postcard Fair. Now, as I mentioned in the May vlog, this is a new fair for the Postcard Traders Association, the PTA, and this one's in Yorkshire. I wish them the best of luck with this one, and hopefully people will attend this, because there's been a lot of complaints that a lot of the PTA fairs are down in the south. So they've listened and they've created this one up in the north. So look out for it, put it in your diary and go. 16th of August is the North Wales Postcard Fair. On the 30th of August is the Bury St Edmunds Postcard Fair, which I have mentioned and which I will be going to. And then something different, between the 22nd and the 25th of October is the now annual, it used to be a biannual fair. This is the Stampex International Stamp Exhibition. They still have 2 a year, but one is now virtual. So the spring event is a virtual online fair. And now they only have one actual physical fair which you could attend, and now that's in here it's in October. Has been in September before in the past, but this is the 22nd to the 25th of October. Although it's a stamp fair, there are lots of postcards there, and I've never failed to acquire a number of postcards for my collection at this particular thing. Now, the 19th to the 20th of September is the Autumn South of England Postcard Fair, which I keep referring to as Woking, because for me it's always been the Woking Fair. It's down the south of England because there's a north of England one, which we mentioned just a few seconds ago. If you're ever wondering what the Woking Fair looks like, here's a very short film that I took at the one that was just the other weekend ago. And as you can see, there is thousands upon thousands of postcards there for people to have a look at. Some people don't realise just how big the Woking Fair is. It is colossal. It's on for 2 days, and you probably need more than 2 days to go around it. But if you're a postcard collector of any type of card, I thoroughly recommend attending this particular fair. Now, also at Woking, someone actually asked me, and it did give me a bit of giggle. They asked me how much it costs to have your postcard fair promoted here on this particular vlog, and I had to point out that it's free. This is a service. I honestly believe that postcard fairs are the lifeblood of this hobby, and it's also where you get that opportunity to come across the unusual cards. You're going to be going through stuff that you will have never seen before. Some of the strangest cards I picked up have been at fairs. So I want to promote these, publicise these, put these flyers up. I want to get people to realise that it doesn't matter what you collect. You might be not particularly interested in postcards, you think, but you might be a fan of Marvel comics, Marvel comic characters, Spider-Man 4, or DC comics, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. All of these are covered by postcards. You might be a local historian, or you might be interested in your own local history. There are postcards for every village, town, city across not just the UK but across the world. Having said all that, if you are a fair promoter or an organiser and you want to have your fair promoted here on the monthly news vlog, these vlogs go out on or close to the 1st of each month. All you need to do is, before that, give us details of your fair in the comments below, preferably a flyer or a poster so that we can depict that here for people, because it's easier, they can get all the details, and also you're giving some promotion beyond just me talking. It'll actually be pictured there. So it's all free. Contact us in the comments below if you want your fair to appear next time, and we will include it in the listing. Right, a little bit of news. I've always collected the PHQ stamp cards that Royal Mail issue out for every commemorative stamp issue that comes out each year. Up to 2020, I used to collect them first day of issue with the actual stamps applied. But that was getting very, very expensive. So I stopped that. And then I used to pick up odd mint sets for things that I like. But I've now signed up, and I've now registered as a subscriber with Royal Mail to receive the mint cards. And the first set that I've received is the Chronicles of Narnia, and it's a lovely art set, and it basically has been issued for the to commemorate 75 years since the release of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. The stamps were released on the 22nd of May. The cards are still available. They are delightful artwork from which I think really does do justice to the stories. They're not strangely modern or unusual. There's quite a few. I particularly like this one with Aslan, the lion. The actual cards are from various books. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, obviously, Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Trader, which are obviously all books about Narnia. The Silver Chair, The Horse and His Boy, The Magician's Nephew, and the Last Battle. So there's all of these. Again, they're coming up at the side here, but we'll put these in the gallery at the end so you can have a good look. These are the individual stamps that were issued, but there was also a sheetlet, and this card depicts the sheetlet, but the artwork is very different on this one. Did you see what time it is? Yes, so the illustrations here are by Pauline Baines, whereas the illustrations for the other ones, these ones, are by Keith Robinson. But you've got one card for the sheetlet, and you've got one card each for the 4 stamps that appear on the sheetlet. And my favourite one is the battle between Aslan and the White, which I think is quite delightful. So I'm going to be getting these now, and there are 13 cards in that set. They're superbly printed, high quality board, and if you subscribe to these you get free postage as well. So 13 cards, and the cost was £5.85. I think you cannot get a better bargain. Obviously you might not want to subscribe if you're collecting cards of a specific theme or topic, but it's always worth keeping an eye to see what stamps come out, because you may well find that your theme is covered, whether it be military. There was a tank set a couple of years ago. Military comes up quite a bit, and there was a nice set for the commemoration of VE Day, which was called Victory, and that had a heavy military connection. So now I use plastic sleeves to protect my cards. They're superb. They come in different sizes. This is the modern size one, it's slightly larger. There's a smaller size one for those who collect the Golden Age size, but to be fair, I find the Golden Age ones fit in this one anyway, so this is the size that I use. I have literally thousands and thousands of these plastic sleeves, and nearly all of them have come from Rob Roy albums. There's a advertising flyer here for Rob Roy. Sleeves, albums, other storage needs, that's my go-to. So if you're after that sort of thing, it's well worth supporting, because we all need stuff to put the cards into, and Rob Roy albums are, in my opinion, the best source for these. There are others. Hunt around, you probably may have a source of your own, but if you don't and you want to do safety on your cards, Rob Roy albums. And lastly, and as pretty much I nearly always finish on these news, I am a supporter of the Bone Cancer Research Trust, or more specifically the fundraising for them that is done by my friends Steve and Tom. I still have on my arm here my Bone Cancer Trust wristband that they gave me, and this is the flyer that they do. They raise money by selling postcards and stamps and other bits and pieces, but lots and lots of postcards. They're always after donations. If you have cards that you would like to pass on, you know that they're going to be going to a good cause. Steve and Tom's contact numbers are on this flyer. By all means, give them a call. I know that people have bought stuff to fairs for them that they can pick up. That they were normally go to the Long Melford Book Fair. I know that they were at Woking, because I saw them at Woking, and here's a photograph of Steve and Tom actually at the recent Woking fair. Photograph courtesy of the Postcard Traders Association and their Facebook page. Tom does appear in my vlog, or one of my vlogs from the Woking show. Again, link below if I can get Joe to sort that out. and you can see the type of boxes of postcards that they have that you can go through, because the other way to support is to attend their stall and to go through the cards. I found quite a few myself at Woking, so it's a really good cause, one I like to support, and I always go through their stock if I'm at a fair where they're there. I did say lastly, but I'll just quickly say, I don't know how long it will last, but during May, McDonald's will be doing Pokemon cards as their Happy Meal thing. They come in quite nice little package. I collect Pokemon postcards and have quite a collection of them. I do have a small collection of the Pokemon card game, and each box contains a pack of 4 cards, a little group of stickers, and a poster. And this is one of the posters, and the stickers you get have little bits that need to be applied to these posters. There's a little sticker there. There's a sticker on the wing, the head of Charizard here. These turned up on eBay as well. If you, in highly unlikely circumstances of you not having a McDonald's near you, which I doubt very, very much. But there was a lot more than just postcards in the world, and I like to add little bits and pieces to the side. As I say, I think there are 8 different boxes. I only have a few, but and there are, according to eBay, 15 different cards, which includes 7 shinies, the ones that glitter and shine a bit when you move, but something else for you to consider if you're into TV or Pokemon. Or this is a good way of getting children into a hobby, because you can get them into Pokemon. Lots already are, but show them that there are postcards, and there are lots of Pokemon postcards out there, and it's a route into collecting the postcards and a reason to go to fairs. So quite a few fair details there for this month, and I'm hoping to keep that sort of quantity and to keep that information coming. So please do get in contact if we haven't mentioned your fair here. That will be it for this month, and as always, I will see you next month for the July news, and attend a fair, have a look around. They're a lot of fun.
Postcards from Mars, they hit my door. Tiny aliens asking for more. Writing comments like a cosmic tour. I found stardust scattered on my floor. Nighttime skies like kaleidoscope.